Hey there, fans of Brotherly Love Wrestling. It is I, Vic Delicious.
Philly's own, the Mecca here.
It is the real McCoy, J.D.X. Justin D. Xavier. And
it's your man, CD, the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
Hello, boys and girls. This is your old friend RJ City.
Hey there, Brotherly Love Wrestling. Bill Carr here.
Hey everyone, this is two-time guest Wheeler Yuta.
Two bozos from Philadelphia flapping their gums about pro wrestling this, pro wrestling that.
Which is not that unique in the grand scheme of things yet.
You are in for a treat because you're tuned in to Brotherly Love Wrestling.
Philadelphia, are you ready?
No! They said, are you ready?
This is Brotherly Love Wrestling Podcast, your first stop for everything professional wrestling. So sit back and enjoy wrestling talk at its finest with your hosts, Larry Hall and Joe Corrado.
Welcome, everybody, to Brotherly Love Wrestling. And, Joe, I mean, what do we have to talk about? Not a lot is going on in the wrestling world in the past 3 weeks we haven't been on, huh?
Is that facetious?
A little bit.
Oh, all right.
A little bit of sarcasm.
Well, what has happened, Larry? The audience is just on edge. on the edge of their seat. They are ready. What happened since we were away for 3 weeks? Was it 3 weeks?
3 weeks, yeah.
No, this is the third week.
Yeah, we recorded the table for 4.
Yes.
We didn't record that next week because we had the off. So, yeah, this would be the third full week. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Close to 3 weeks. But I guess we'll start with, the biggest debut since CM Punk, and that is Adam Copeland, a.k.a. Edge, with one of the worst kept secrets in wrestling, which I feel like we say all the time when a lot of these debuts and surprises happen.
So, I will say this, because I don't watch weekly, and I don't pay attention to much online anymore, I didn't know it was even a rumor.
Okay.
But I did stupidly. I went on Twitter prior and I saw you tweeted that it was the worst kept secret ever. I was like, oh man, like now I know. I hadn't watched it yet.
So me bitching about people spoiling actually spoiled for you.
Yes.
You're welcome. No, I mean that's the thing. Like, and obviously you don't go on it like that, which is great for you because you don't get to see that. But like, just being on social media sporadically, like it's everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. Like you barely go on anymore. I'm on, I would say, on a daily basis, and it's just everything. Like everything was out there. And I'm not like I'm looking for it. I'm not one of those people that, oh man, I got to know what's happening next. What's going on backstage? I don't care. But just like random like dirt sheet posts that people share on 6 different fucking wrestling news sites, and it's the same fucking picture with a different headline, but it's the same story. Like it's all over the place. Like it just, that kind of bothers me. I don't want to know the backstage. In 97, 98, 99, we didn't need to know the backstage. We just enjoyed whatever happened on a Monday night.
Guess what, Larry? We've been saying this probably since we switched over formats. I'm going to put it at that timeline, which is still fucking 2 years ago, I feel. Maybe more.
Yeah,
maybe more.
Right. You're probably right, yeah. But
that the internet ruins, it's the rise and it's also the fall at the same time of the wrestling world. Like everything, like you get all this cool shit. Like it kills kayfabe completely. But I mean, for the most part, what does it benefit? It's not like you would have never known. You would have watched, like you would have just watched weekly TV without the internet, and it would feel like it was 1996, 97, 98. because you'd just be watching as a fan. That's it. You have more people to talk to about it because over time, I mean, without social media, we would have never met Scott, Bill, Eggy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't have that ability to chat with someone all the way around the world. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
And look at me being the fucking reasonable one right now. Jesus Christ. I'm very uncomfortable right now.
Well, look.
I don't even know what to do with my hands anymore. I'm that uncomfortable.
Well, I mean, look, the good thing that comes out of it, like you said, if there was none of this shit, we would, in all rights, feel that when he retired in Toronto, that would have been it. And then Sunday night would have been a massive fucking surprise. Because as far as we knew, he was done. He went out on his own terms in front of his home country. Like, that was it. That would have been it. And then all of a sudden he shows up, and that you think you know him, and Metalingus hitting.
That
again,
would have been cool.
Goosebumps. Just saying it, not knowing. But
here's the thing. Before we even went online or anything like that, just me and you, when we were doing our show, just shooting the shit, I didn't think after coming back from what he came back, he can't end it completely without Christian. He just can't. It didn't
see that.
It didn't feel right. Because Christian was cleared to wrestle again too.
Well, they were both in that Royal Rumble.
Yeah, but that was it.
Mm-hmm.
That was all you got. Like, to have your last match ever without Christian being involved, or fuck it, they're all still active. The Hardys and fucking Edge and Christian.
You want that?
Well, you know what? I thought about it in two different ways, and I thought about this today prior to doing the show. From a wrestling standpoint alone, no, I don't want to see it. It would be awful. Okay. They try to recreate some shit from the Attitude Era, it would be god awful. But in the other sense, would it be cool to just see the entrances and just see them come out one last time? If they all just fucking retired together, dude, it doesn't happen ever. Like, just a retirement match of two iconic fucking tag teams, two tag teams that we grew up with. If they were to be able to retire all in one match, just for moment alone, without even watching the match, yes, I want to see that.
We really have
I could see in your face tonight, man. We are not on the same page.
No, because we had that moment. It's called Hall of Fame. When all six guys stood on the ring, they stood on the ramp, held each other's arms up. These were the three greatest tag teams of our generation. This is what it was.
They didn't retire, though.
I agree. But what do we need to see? Hobbled fucking Matt Hardy, half drunk Jeff Hardy. The best condition is Edge.
Christian's not bad shape.
I was just gonna say Christian is probably doing the best mic work of his entire career, and that's saying something because he was pretty good regardless. But even if, and I heard someone say something about the Dudley Boys because they're making a final run. Devon was liked. Impact 1000 went so well that he told Bully, "Let's go ahead and do another tour and get some matches and do indie shows." So there's even a possibility of those two maybe being brought in.
Didn't they get signed to a contract, WWE?
A Legends contract.
A Legends contract?
Yeah. But I'm sure Bubba and Devon were smart enough to know that they're going to do, that they want to do matches. That's probably in their contract.
That was probably for Mania alone. For Philly Mania.
All right. Well, wait. Don't keep me with Edgy Christian. But hold on. Hold on. Slow it down. But that's the thing.
My plan is working.
The TLC thing, or even they don't have to do TLC because they're way too old to do that with the effect that we remember that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. As a promo in the back, all of them together, side little conversations and comedy bits in the locker room or even out at the ring, cool. I don't need to see Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys, just like I didn't need to see Jericho against Matt Hardy or like any of the former WWE guys that we've seen 1,000 times. I don't need to see it now. Like, give me Edge and Jungle Boy. At least Edge and Luchasaurus. At least that's his first match. Like, give me him and I'll take him and Moxley because they never ever touched. You know what I mean? Him and Samoa Joe, like he said in the press conference. Give me those kind. And I don't need to see Attitude Era shit brought in AEW because they don't know how to do that, even though the guys there do. We see how AEW, they do things their way. Let's keep it their way. Like, I just don't want to see that there.
All right, we're on separate sides of the fence because I think just seeing them one last time all together in the ring, I just think it would be the moment. I don't care about the match itself. Like, I don't care if it's like like they just play their hits and that's it. I just want to see it for the moment. All of them, all four of them retire in the ring.
I'd rather see Brother Nero and Broken Matt over seeing those four together. Like, give me that. That I want to see. I'll see Edge and Christian battle it out one-on-one and then become a tag team and wrestle young guys. I don't need to see them four together. I'm
just
good.
saying for the
moment. For the moment. I get what you're saying. Not even a match. I get it.
You're never going to see them again. Mm-hmm. This is their official last match. They've already ran through all the young talent. This is the end of the tour. This is it. The last match ever. Put all four of them just together one last time. You've already seen everything else.
Yeah.
They've already worked the young guys. They did their thing. Whatever the fuck happened. Just saying their last match ever, put it in an all in or all out. I mean, just for the moment alone would make that pay-per-view that much more, because I would tune in and I don't care about the match, but I would tune in to see them
standing in the ring across from each other.
All for the last time. And if the Dudleys are doing a tour and this happens to be a landing spot all at the same time, fuck it, I'm in for that too. Because I don't care, like, it's not going to be a wrestling match. It's going to be fucking all goofy shit, promo work. They're going to do some callbacks. It's going to be like it's going to be a nostalgia act on steroids. And that's cool. And if AEW, I know they don't cater to my liking most of the time, but you just let them go. I think this would be big for them.
Well, that's one thing you're guaranteed with AEW is they're able to do what they want and it's their way. So maybe obviously that's a little better for those guys, and with the minds of an Edge and Matt, Christian and Jeff, like they can just do what they want and the way they want, and obviously that's how a lot of the things done. So yeah, maybe it would be a little bit better than the other case if they were in WWE doing that, but. Yeah, I get the moment. I get all that, the chills, the goosebumps, seeing them one more time.
Yeah, I'm just saying the very last thing. This is an official retirement for all of them.
Yeah,
they all go out together.
Yeah,
that's the way. That's the way it should be.
It's definitely a nice moment for sure, and for all the fans of their career that have seen them since the beginning.
It's like the Triple H and Taker. I mean, given that was a phenomenal match, but the end of an era type thing.
Yeah.
That's what that is. I mean, it's been an end of their era for quite some time, but
it kept being. But yeah.
But this is the last hurrah. This is like the end of like the three greatest tag teams ever.
Yeah, I get it. Just get me to that point. Then I'll be excited.
You get a little bit of promo work. You get fucking some goofy shit. Maybe you get some kazoo callbacks.
Yeah. So I did want to. I know you didn't watch Wrestledream, so I just want to kind of touch on a couple of the things, a couple of the big moments.
What are your highlights? Besides seeing the Righteous on a pay-per-view,
and they led off the night. They were the first match on the card, which was great.
Because you got two big matches. I mean,
yeah. But so MJF ends up beating them. 1-on-2, like legit 1-on-2. But he used the ropes. He had his legs on the ropes when he pinned Bill. He had a big body slam spot where he's playing to the crowd that he's going to body slam him, and then he finally picks Bill up and Dutch, sorry, I mean, obviously we know him as Bill Carr, but Dutch picks him up and body slams, and the crowd goes ape shit for a body slam, which is a part of MJF's thing that I like. Like, he's getting these little moves over that were over in the 80s, like the leg drop and like stuff like that. Like, body slamming a big guy was a big thing. You know what I mean? So I like that about MJF. The stupid kangaroo kick, which is idiotic as all hell, but it's funny, and he got it over, and I can't complain about that because it's MJF. It's great. So he beat them. I was kind of hoping they'd bring the straps home, but it is what it is. I kind of didn't think they would, but whatever.
But you really wanted it to happen.
Absolutely, 100%. Vincent and Dutch. I wanted those guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, so good. Look, they got on the pay-per-view. They opened up a pay-per-view on AEW pay-per-view. It's awesome for them. It's a great job. I reached out to Dutch and told him great job and was glad to see them on. Zack Sabre Jr. and Bryan Danielson, this dream match delivered. It was a match that you would fully get invested in and appreciate.
I watched it.
Did you?
Yeah, I found a way.
Okay.
I mean, it is. You're right. It is. The match that caters to everything that I want to see. And fucking, if it was bad, I would have been utterly shocked. But I didn't. It's one of those things you're like, it just can't be. You just go in there, it can't be. It can't. It has no other choice but to be amazing.
Yeah.
And that's some of the shit. Like, I know I'm heavy in the storyline and character right now because I don't know. Like, I feel like things have changed and the wrestling hasn't been as good. Been, I don't know, too much of the same shit.
Well, I think with you, like, and me as well, because we kind of got into it at the same exact time. When we saw that Ring of Honor New Japan style pre-pandemic, and we were getting into New Japan and seeing the Bucks and Ibushi and Okada and all those guys over there at that point, that was all new. It was all new shit. We never seen that wrestling style.
Yes, it was new to us.
Yeah,
it's
been
been
new
around
to us
for a long time.
Yeah. It was new to us. We stumbled upon it. We fell in love with it because it was fucking cool as shit seeing it for the first time and the first couple times. But then once we saw it all the time, that's where the old school fan in you came back. It was like, all right, I seen them do 16 fucking Canadian destroyers and 30 super kicks. I get it. Now where's the story that goes with it? And like, it just, once AEW started, I think your tolerance for that was like, okay, show me something else. Because you love being the elite on YouTube. You love their storytelling there. Like, we were following that every week and watching it develop.
It was goofy shit. And it was different. And then they brought it to TV and everything was the same on that side.
Yeah.
Like, it was just everything was the same. I mean, like, nothing really continued, nothing new. I mean, that's just my opinion. Anybody else who's like a mega fan would be like, no, it's completely different, but it still feels like the same shit. Unfortunately. And that's where I lean more on, all right, so it's the same thing in the ring, but what is it outside the ring? And outside the ring, the promo work just wasn't that good. It didn't keep me hooked. Like, it was like a flash in the pan type thing. I was like, all right, so I got to find a different avenue. Now I got to find good wrestling and good mic work and good promo work. Thankfully, they have people like Adam Cole and MJF and Samoa Joe there now. Like, I don't like Moxley's promo work that much. I feel like it didn't change much from Dean Ambrose, and I know you're on the same page.
It didn't. Add the word fuck, and it's Dean Ambrose being able to say fuck. Like, it's the same fucking Jack Sparrow fucking wandering around in a ring. You know what I mean? And not that I don't like Mox. I like Dean Ambrose, John Moxley, whatever you want to call him. I like him, but it's just he's still everyone who's like, oh no, he's completely different. This is different than no. It's Dean Ambrose able to bleed and say fuck. That's about it. Although he was gold on commentary, fucking gold. It was great at Wrestledream, but like he's able to curse. Which, yeah, maybe that's cool to a 23-year-old that a guy's cursing a lot. But when you're mid-30s, early 40s, it's like, all right, yeah, you can curse. Good for you. We've been able to curse for a long time. It's not a big deal. Like, that's why you look at WWE when they curse in their promos, and it's just, like, laughable. It sounds stupid because if you're not going to do it right, then you really sound stupid. So Moxley, I really liked him on commentary. I thought he was funny. Like, he added a different style than JR sitting there not knowing anything. You had the passion of Moxley. But, like...
Do you ever think that sometimes JR isn't watching the same thing?
Absolutely, he's not. 100% he's not. No.
Do you think he's watching people like Grill Masters 2022 or something? Where he's just got a bunch of people grilling meats and slapping his barbecue sauce all over the place? And he gets so confused.
I feel like he has those like Google glasses that have like it has the like a completely different thing on the glasses, like you're watching TV on the glass lens. So he's just basically rewatching Attitude Era matches and just saying his old lines over and over and over again. And then like every now and then that's why he's so confused and says a weird wrong name because he's like, oh shit, what's his name? Yeah, I don't remember. Like I feel like that's where JR's mind is all the time. But Moxley was great on commentary. The Zack Sabre Jr. Bryan match was awesome. I thought the tag match, of course, was great with FTR. Edge's comeback was the perfect time. I think everyone kind of, once Christian was named the main event, I felt like everyone knew that's kind of where it was ending up. But I thought that match, as much of a car crash as it was, had good storytelling in it. It wasn't a car crash for the sake of car crash. Like it was storytelling. You had Nick Wayne turn on Darby, which I don't think anyone really kind of saw coming. And then of course Edge coming out to make the save. I liked the promo before the entrance music, and it was still cool. Don't get me wrong. It was still Metalingus and Edge coming out, and it was still great. It just wasn't Rumble surprise.
It didn't have the same feel as when he came back for the Rumble.
No, because you knew it was coming. No one in that fucking audience did not know it was coming. Like, come on.
Even me not knowing still isn't the same feel. Because we just saw it. It wasn't a retirement. It was a retirement. Yeah. And then, oh wait, I still got some left in the tank.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But overall, it was a good pay-per-view. There was a mix of a lot of different styles. That's the one thing I got to give them. You had
what were the women's matches?
Statlander and oh my god, why am I drawing a blank?
I didn't mean to do this purposely.
No, I know. Oh my god. And you know what the problem was? 14 fucking matches, which I said to you. Like, I'm sitting in the back room on my comfy ass couch, and I made the mistake of laying down fully instead of sitting up, like sort of how you do on your couch, where you crunch into that corner, and then all of a sudden it's just eyes roll back like Taker, and you're out.
It is it's the dead corner.
Yeah, that's why your eyes roll back. It's the dead man corner.
You're fucking comfortable. Once you hit that perfect level of comfort, it's game over.
Yeah, well, and that's what it was. And I watched the pre-show, which it was what it was. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
If you got 14 matches, you can't have a fucking pre-show.
Well, they did.
Dude, if you're gonna run once a month, you can't have fucking cards like that. That's gonna kill your fucking product. They're gonna have to do it. Yeah, because they're going to do a brand split.
Yeah, I mean, so the only thing was, like, it wasn't too bad. I caught it late, But like, so I saw the little bit of it, caught the beginning. Eddie Kingston and Shibata was a war. Like that was really, really well done too, by the way. Obviously.
I feel like that's Eddie Kingston's MO. Like that's what he's got. That's him at his best when he's in a war. When he's fighting someone,
of course.
When he's fighting someone like, and it's an actual fight, like he's just sloppy as hell, fucking just throwing whatever he can, like that. He actually makes like kind of look a little sloppy and like fucking. He makes it look good. If that makes any fucking sense,
no, it does because it doesn't have to look. And so, obviously, listening to Busted Open today, and Bully Ray brought up a good point because he didn't like Bryan Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr.
Because it's like a dance.
Because his main thing was because there's no struggle. He said you look at, and he brought up a good point with Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher during the pandemic when they did like the Fight Pit and they did like a lot of the catch wrestling. There was a struggle with Timothy Thatcher. Like they were doing catch wrestling, but you see the struggle, you see the ugliness, you see the fight. Same thing with Eddie Kingston, like you're saying. It doesn't look pretty. It looks like a fight. It looks dirty. It looks a little awkward. It looks all over the place.
It's almost like, dude, it's almost like the fucking drunk guys at the fucking bar.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, to a better extent, but yeah.
Two drunk guys. Yeah, but that's entertaining.
Yeah.
If it looks like it's going to be a decent fight and it's just going to be like, all right, we're going to throw some haymakers.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good fight. I'll watch that fight.
Yeah. So it was Julia Hart, by the way.
I'll watch the shit out of the match because I know it's going to be fucking. Look, it don't look choreographed.
Yeah. Yeah. But you hear me?
Fuck it. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
It was Julia Hart versus Statlander. That's who it was.
Gotcha.
That's who it was.
How is the women's scene looking over there?
I mean, look, as good as it's looked in 2 months. There's a shitload of talent. Even though they lost what I think is their biggest talent piece in Jade, who. That happened since we haven't been recording. Jade Cargill signing officially with WWE. They lost her.
So WWE, I mean, they lose Edge. I mean, it's Edge. Edge is a legend.
Mm-hmm.
Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
2-time Hall of Famer. He could be 2 or 3-time Hall of Famer. So they get him. That's a huge get for them if utilized properly, or if Edge is just on a retirement tour and he really has just a bucket list of people he wants to work with. I'm cool with that too.
2-3 years tops.
But WWE getting Jade Cargill, that prepares them for their future. That's a star in the making for them. And another pickup that you privied me to that I thought was that's a gimme. Just give Hunter and Sean the guys that actually lived through his dad, has seen him work. Let them tweak him. Let them give him the guidance that he needs. Then he won't be floundering anymore, and he won't be a fucking varsity blonde bullshit.
For those who don't know, you're talking about. Obviously, you're talking about Brian Pillman Jr.
This was a big fucking buildup.
It was.
Brian Pillman Jr. is low-key exciting pickup for WWE because I think one, he's going to be good in NXT. Fine-tune him, do whatever you need to do. But when he gets to the main roster, if he's able to fucking have any type of gumption like his fucking dad had, it'd be great.
Did you see the updated? No, so not the promo I sent you before. Did you see the one that aired on No Mercy?
No.
So it's the one I sent you, but there's an extended version of it. And he turns the TV off at the end, and you see the reflection of him in the TV with the long blonde hair and the tiger or Bengal striped shirt on. And it's very faint, but you can see it's Brian Pillman. Like, it was very, very well done, of course. They've been doing them for years. Great. But so that was cool. So eventually we're going to get him. They didn't really give a date, but they teased it even more. And I'm not
like just do the vignettes, do the lead up. What was the last time we got a crazy good like just vignette package week by week to like a cool buildup of a superstar?
That's a good question,
dude. When was it? Like a good one, I'm talking about. Damn it, wrong TV.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I really would have to like really look into that, like look back into that to see when the last real like program with a vignette was a build.
Dude, where's Almost been?
He's working live events. I know that.
For AEW?
What?
Almost.
You're talking about Almost, who used to be with MVP, right?
No.
You said Almost, didn't you?
Andrade.
Oh, look, I think because you're watching the Phillies game, you're breaking up a lot. I think your internet can't take the stream and the Phillies game all together.
Was it a lot? Did I break up that whole thing?
Yeah, because all I heard was Almost. And I'm like, Almost is working house shows for WWE. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, Andrade.
Okay. Andrade? Yeah, no, he's still in AEW.
Is he doing anything substantial?
He was on Collision last week?
So
the
that's
week before?
So he's not involved in any substantial storylines or anything like that.
I think he has a story going, but nothing like up there.
He should be back in the WWE. Imagine if fucking AEW were to do something even crazier and get like a Charlotte Flair.
They can have her.
She would do. Good. Yeah, but she would.
What are they going to do with her? What are they going to fucking do with her? They had the future of women's wrestling in their fingertips. What did they do? So I'm not scared of AEW taking a Mercedes Moné or a Charlotte Flair. What the fuck are they going to do? They're not going to do anything with her. So take her. Like, go ahead. It doesn't really scare me. Give me the Scott Hall gif of him going like this because I don't. That doesn't scare me at all. She'll be right back in WWE and whatever the contract length is and be back. So you can have her.
Interesting.
But I did want to talk because we said about NXT and Brian Pillman. That No Mercy, which I'm sure you probably didn't get a chance to watch either, was top to bottom like a NXT takeover pre-COVID. It was so fucking good. And Tiffany Stratton has officially won me over. She is fucking phenomenal. She beat
Becky?
What? No, she didn't beat Becky. Becky won.
Becky's the champion?
Yeah, she's been the champion.
She's the NXT champion?
Yes. The night that we recorded Table for Four, she won the title that night when we said she could possibly win the NXT title.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Wait, so wow, how about that?
I told you gotta watch. If you're gonna watch any of this shit, like you have nothing against NXT. You need to watch NXT on Tuesdays. Or at least record it. Right. Try and find a way of watching it. Because it is very, very good. And it's taking step by step every week. There's not a lot of the 2.0 feel anymore. There's a lot of gritty storylines. The people the guys and girls are coming along in their character development. They're getting better on the mic. They're meshing easier in the ring. And that pay-per-view they just put on, god damn. I mean, the Becky and Tiffany, they were the main event. They absolutely crushed it in a street fight. Dragunov and fucking Carmelo, Jesus Christ. What a match they put on.
Co-main event?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Trick against Dom Mysterio, and Trick beat Mysterio. Now he's the new North American champion. That was really well done. The Creed brothers surprised the shit out of me. Like I knew they were good, and I even texted you that one of the Creed brothers did a double Northern Lights suplex, and I literally almost pulled me off the couch. I was like, good God. Like it was just the Fatal 4-Way was great, which I didn't expect to be great. I was kind of like, all the matches, this is the one I'll look at, but I'm not. And it bang, hooked me immediately, and I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. Like NXT is absolutely murdering it, and now they're bringing in Brian Pillman Jr. and maybe if Jade does a little bit of a stint there, I doubt it. I think she might be going main roster, but even if she does, I think it would be beneficial for her to be on NXT and just kind of learn the system a little bit for maybe a month or two and then go up. But God, Michaels running NXT, and I'm sure Regal is probably back there now doing it too. Like, it's fucking phenomenal. It's so good. Like I haven't missed it.
Regal knows the fucking format.
Oh yeah,
he's been fucking doing it forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like when they lost him, it was like, fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a big loss. But
all right,
yeah.
So you're saying NXT over everything right now?
Yeah, I would go out on a limb and say that it is the most consistent by far. Raw has been touch and go. SmackDown's been really good recently, but even that, there are segments that are touch and go. I mean, how can you not be great with John Cena, The Rock, and LA Knight? You know what I mean? The last 3 weeks, like, it's kind of hard to beat that. But yeah, like NXT has been solid top to bottom. Braun Breaker and Corbin absolutely killed it in No Mercy too. They were great.
Corbin's he's like a mainstay at NXT for now.
Dude, he came out on a Harley and drove a Harley around the ring just like Taker. Like, I was like, where did this come from? But like, he pulled it off. He looked good. He looked badass, and him and Braun killed it. Made Braun look like a even bigger superstar. Like, I can't say more. If people aren't watching NXT, they got to, because it is absolutely making its direction. I won't say back to black and gold, but maybe its own kind of style. Like, because it's definitely worth the watch on Tuesdays for sure. So I wanted to switch gears a little bit to maybe something that everyone obviously hasn't seen, more of an independent thing. ISPW, we attended their 25th anniversary show. I wanted to give a shout out to Tommy Fierro, who puts on great events every time we've gone and every time we've seen. Joe, if you're watching the show, Joe is rocking the new Now hat, which is badass. We were hoping for a little t-shirts, but you can get those on Angry Lemonade. Look up the Now on there and get those new t-shirts. But the Now hats are legit, really good quality hats, and the badass new logo. I love the new logo.
I was thinking, I was like, it's more of it's a mature logo. I feel like it's more sleek, and it's like, it's got a different feel to it. Like, I feel like the old logo with the squiggly lines and whatnot, I feel like this makes that look more childish. This is
I see what you're saying.
This is a grown man's logo.
I see. It's the evolution of the Now, man. That's what it is. Doing big things. But
the evolution of Now.
Yes. It was a great event. They did such a good job. It was cool seeing.
It was cool seeing fucking live wrestling again.
It was
in the indie feel.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that more than anything, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we said that on Table for Four. We were talking with Scott, and how Scott was saying that he'd rather be at a lot of those events, which is why he goes to Fight Pro and ISPW and all the little promotions that he goes to. Because look, what was 5 rows away from the ring around an ISPW, like at most.
We were in the front row. What the hell are you talking about?
I'm saying as far as everybody, like the 5 rows deep, if that, you know what I mean, in a gym, like all the guys are around, they're outside in autographs, and you pick, like, it's such a cool feel. Like it's you got to go and see it like that, because you're missing out if you just go to WWE or AEW. Like, indie shows are where it's at. It's down home. It's that.
And you missed an opportunity there. A big opportunity.
I'm good. I'm honestly good. Like, just meeting him was good. So I met Sergeant Slaughter. I got a picture with Sergeant Slaughter. But for $20 extra on top of the picture, you could take a picture with him giving you the Cobra Clutch, which Joe kept pushing for.
Time out. Everybody listening and watching, place your judgments where they should go. And scene. He just said it. You could have been put in the camel clutch by. It's like a bucket list type thing. Like, you got put in the camel clutch by Sergeant Slaughter. and it's been picturized. It will live forever.
It's not lost on me. It's not like I'm like, I don't understand what the big deal is. I get what you're saying. But it's not like
I'm going to give you the $20 to do it.
I'm not doing that. It's so stupid. No, I'm not. No,
it's stupid. It's fine. Of course, it's stupid, but it's awesome. It's that.
I'm not saying that the concept is stupid. I'm not taking money from you just so I can get in the camel clutch.
I don't care. I wanted to see you put in the camel clutch. This wasn't just for you. This was for me. This was $20 well fucking spent. I would have had no regrets. No regrets on this at all. There's not one inkling. Like watching, being the one to take the picture of you, and I almost went Cosby on you.
I heard that.
Getting put in the camel clutch by Sergeant Slaughter. That's like one of those things. It's the same thing of you and fucking first. It wasn't you at first. It was being flipped off and cursed off by fucking Jake the Snake. I didn't know I needed that in my life, but guess what? I have it. And then throughout the whole night, that became his pose. He gave everyone the finger after that.
Joe was obviously, for people who haven't heard this story, Joe was taking too long. We met Jake Roberts, and Joe.
Oh, no one in the right mind knows how to operate one of those fucking things. Why is it so fucking difficult?
So Joe was taking the picture using my phone, and just like the iPhone, there is a little white dot down the bottom center in the middle, just like an iPhone, and all you got to do is push the button. Doesn't fucking change. And he was taking too long, and Jake has his arm around me, and he goes, "What's the deal?" And I was like, I don't know. And he looks up and goes, "What's his name?" I said, "Joe." He goes, "Come on, Joe, you're taking forever." And then he was like, "Let's give him the finger." And he gives Joe the finger, and then I give Joe the finger, and Joe takes a picture. So I have a picture of me and Jake Roberts flipping off the camera, but really it's "fuck you, Joe," because you took too long taking the picture, which is a great fucking picture. But the thing that makes it better is it wasn't planned. It wasn't like, "Come here, let's," like, it was a point in a moment of time. That's what makes that picture even better. Like, here, if he would have said, "If you give me an extra $20, I'll give your buddy the finger." Yeah, it would have been money well spent. Don't get me wrong. But like, no, like that was legitimate.
So you wanted to start an argument with Sergeant Slaughter and have this happen organically? Where he put you down on the ground.
Tell me that wouldn't have been a better story.
I could have set that up. I probably could have given him 20, and he probably would have done it.
He probably would have, honestly.
And again, it goes back to money well spent, because at the end of the night, the same result happens.
Either way, back to ISPW putting on an amazing show. Yes. I mean, like you said, it's fun to do indie, and especially when a promoter cares so much like Tommy does and puts together a good show, a mix, and the talent delivers fully. Like it's a great time. So if you haven't been to ISPW, they run a lot in North Jersey, but we were promoting far from Philly, but I mean, not too bad. They did one in Wildwood in August, which unfortunately we missed, and that was South Jersey. But there are some they do that are closer to 45 minutes away. But ISPW, if you haven't and you're in the Northeast, put it on your list. Go support. And, hey, look, you go see the Now. They're the tag team champions there. So which we got to hold their titles at the beginning of the show. They are legit, like, and beautiful ISPW tag team titles. Like, they are nice as hell and heavy as shit. But yeah, definitely go see them. The show was great. ISPW 25 was awesome. Hopefully we can go back there soon and a little bit closer, maybe not on a Friday night to where we work all day and then have to go.
Friday nights are just tough. If you don't you almost have to like take the Friday off or take like a half day. You definitely got to take a half day, I think. Go home, get like a quick nap in.
Get a good nap, yeah. Yeah.
You know, Fridays are tough. They'd be tough now.
So
catching up to us, man.
Before we wrap up, real quick, we have Fastlane this Saturday.
Locked in the Fastlane.
Overall, are you going to watch? You going to try and watch it?
when is it? Sunday?
Saturday night.
Saturday night, man. The Saturdays for some reason are harder now. Sunday would be easier.
I mean, yeah, you're more likely to be home at Sunday at 8:00. I get that.
Yeah, that's the truth. Like
Yeah.
Sundays right now would be easier.
I mean, look, you got Seth Rollins Nakamura in this last man standing. They added to that last night on Raw. It was a pretty good attack. I mean, I think that's
Just don't run this one into the ground.
yeah. Cena and LA Knight against the Bloodline, like that. I mean, it's LA Knight and Cena, like
It's John Cena and LA Knight.
yeah, kind of sells itself.
Yeah.
Io Sky and Asuka and Charlotte triple threat. Of course, Charlotte has to work her way into every goddamn women's championship match there fucking is. But
say you're an anti-Charlotte. An anti-Charlotte.
I mean, I see how great she is. I'm not
anti-Flair, right?
Yeah, I'm anti-Flair, right? That's what it is. She's great, but I don't need to see her in every goddamn title match when she's on the.
Just look at her in every match.
And then I mean, and then Judgment. It's good.
I saw a graphic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I sent it to you. Or it was Survivor Series War Games match. And it was Judgment Day and the Bloodline versus the mismatch of Cody, Jay,
Sammy KO.
Sammy KO. There's two others that were mixed in there too.
Yeah. Who the fuck were the other two?
It might have been Cena and LA Knight.
Yeah, I can't remember the other two either. That's already not ringing a bell, but yeah. I saw that. I don't think you sent it to me, but I did see it. But the caption on top was, "I already hear William Regal saying War Games." And I was like, yeah, absolutely, 100%. I get it. Yeah. I'm good with that. Like, that makes sense. Let's do it. Like, sign me up. I'm in. Like, I think that's kind of where it's headed anyway. I don't know if those exact 12 guys, but something to that effect. I'm in. Like, yeah. Although
I don't think Roman's going to be in the War Games. Like, I don't think Roman's wrestling another match.
I think
you think he is?
I think he is, because he's coming back for Survivor Series, and I don't see them setting up a title feud for Survivor Series for him that quickly.
No, I just don't think he's going to be in it. I don't think he's going to be at the pay-per-view.
They have, I mean, obviously card subject change, but apparently his return was going to be Survivor Series. Like, next match, he was supposed to wrestle at Survivor Series. That could change. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's the last time I've seen his schedule. He was supposed to be taking off until Survivor Series, coming back and doing Survivor Series, and then I think Australia. Right? Is that December? Elimination Chamber.
That was at what time? 5 a.m.
6 a.m. I think. Am I right? Is that December or is that February?
No. It's got to be December, because then that leads to the Rumble.
Okay. But yeah, so he's supposed to be in that, do Elimination Chamber. And obviously the rumor was The Rock as well is supposed to be at Elimination Chamber. So
in the chamber.
I don't know if he's gonna be in the chamber. No, I don't see The Rock being in the chamber. I don't see that happening. But yeah, I mean, he's supposed to be in Australia, so cool.
The thing that sucks for WWE is that the strike's pretty much over, the writer's strike. So what they thought they might have had.
Yeah, but if The Rock came back and talked business when he was in Colorado, and he told Pat McAfee that he's open, he probably held it and go.
We're on a delay.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, did they score?
Yeah.
It's all right. So I'm a little bit ahead.
Okay. Yeah, for those of you wondering, we are watching the Phillies' first wild card playoff game right now, and both of us in the background. So, I mean, I think that wraps it up. We talked about Fastlane, we talked about Wrestledream, or shit on Wrestledreams, kind of, which I didn't kind of mean for it to happen, but it was a very good pay-per-view. No Mercy was phenomenal.
You were just so much, you were just so much more for NXT. You made that known.
Again, it's the smaller 6-match, make the time count.
You know what? We're Danny Glover and Lethal Weapon.
I'm too old for this shit.
Did you know I read the meme and I might have shown you or told you that? Guess how old Danny Glover was? 40 when he started to say he's
I know.
Too old for
that's
we're getting there, my friend.
That's 3 years away for you, 4 years away from me. Yeah, that's.
Dude, 3 years, I can finally say I'm getting too old for this shit.
You say it now. We don't wait till 40.
To ring through. Dude, 11, 14 match card? Dude, that's way too much for me.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I can't, like, it's not even attention span. It's just, I get tired. Like, it's too much. Like, 6 matches. After 6 matches, I'm like, God damn, there's more?
Yeah, it was a lot, but it was definitely
for Mania though.
No, absolutely. Yeah, this is not just knocking on AEW for the fact of knocking on AEW, and apparently you have a swarm of bees coming after you. But WWE same way. If WWE puts on an 11-match card, I'm falling asleep at that too. Like it's too much, and that's why NXT does 5 or 6. That's why WWE now does 5 or 6, because it's the attention span thing, and it's a lot.
It's all you need, though. Mm-hmm. It's nice. When it's over, it's a nice feeling. You're like, huh, yeah, that's not bad. That's a nice feeling. And then the cool thing that they do is to break it. Like, you're still in the mood for wrestling. And you're like, oh, man, that was short. Like, I still got a little bit of energy. They give you a nice little docuseries after it, and you're just like, oh, this is a nice way to wind down. You sit there and you're just like, get really into it. Yeah. And it's the perfect night. WWE puts together the perfect night. Like after fucking, I forget what pay-per-view it is, but they do, oh no, it's after Mania. They do the Road to WrestleMania from the year prior or whatever it's called. WWE
Usually WWE 24. Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's fucking cool. Like, I love those.
Yeah. I get it.
It's just an 11 match card, and then like you're like, oh, cool, they're doing a presser. You're like, yeah, it's kind of good. Some of the pressers are like really good, but you're just like, hey, no way.
No.
Hey, no way.
No.
This is like I've already like you're going to like semi-main event number 3, and I'm tapping. Someone's got me in the $1 Million Dream. I'm done. That's it. That's all she wrote. I can't fucking do that. That's way too much.
Yeah.
If you're watching in like England, London, anywhere overseas, you're just like, what the fuck did I get? Like, how can you have good numbers overseas at that point? Like, who the fuck's able to make it up? Like, you would have had to sleep all day.
Yeah, pretty much.
You had to be in like living in reverse. Like, I sleep during the day and I go out at night. That's it.
Yeah, or if like you're a doctor or a nurse or something working that graveyard shift, and you have a day off and usually up, like, perfect. I'm gonna be up anyway. I'll watch it.
Listen, everybody, schedule my days around my wrestling. I need to be off this Sunday, and that's it. That's all there is to it. All those doctors that are making 6-7 figures are like, yeah, I gotta watch AEW. This is what it is. Chris Jarvis will be there. The Ayatollah of rock and roll. Dude, I was watching old clips of the list. I think
that's the best Jericho.
I think that's my favorite Jericho. I think it is.
Forget favorite. It is the best. The number one is the list Jericho. Period.
He got literally the dumbest thing, but it was the greatest thing. The list, the delivery, the build up, it was.
And then the ending. And look, the crescendo, the Festival of Friendship one of the greatest segments in the history of Monday Night Raw. It was, and like he said, it was like the Red Wedding, and I know that doesn't mean anything to you because you didn't watch Game of Thrones, but like it was the Red Wedding.
I thought it was a wrestling thing, and you said don't bother with it. I was like, all right, I don't have to think for a second.
No,
but now I'm kind of offended.
But like that, it was the Red Wedding. It was a celebration. It was everyone's there, and then
I'll do you one better. Maybe it was like a white wedding.
Come on. Just gotta shake my head. I'm just gonna shake my head.
Now you get offended.
I'm not more offended, but all right. I think we'll wrap it up there. We'll wrap it up with that reference right there because you just killed it. So we are coming up on episode 300. So we haven't secured our guest, but we're pretty sure we know who it's going to be.
We push it back. We're gonna secure that as the guest.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter which it's always going to be number 300 because
True.
we're not going to do another show until it's 300. Now, hopefully they don't fucking get flaky and big timers, but
they wouldn't do that. We're good.
No, I don't think so either. But it's pretty much a lock.
Yeah.
And by pretty much, I mean it's a lock.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So we hope you enjoyed the show, and I guess
people probably like, oh, they secured like WWE talent. Like, no, they've been guests before. They're regulars.
Yes. Yeah.
They're the regulars of wrestlers of the Brotherly Love Wrestling podcast. Yes. And they're from fucking New York. Do you believe that? They're from New York.
You're not really leaving much to the imagination, are you?
No. I mean, look, we already went over this. We have a core group that watches and listens to the show. They already know what I'm talking about. And if they don't, that's not my fault. They don't pay attention. The little Easter eggs that I've just left. I got a cramp.
So, like we said, we hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for watching and listening, and we'll be talking to you very soon. See ya.
Later.